Are we all sitting comfortably? Well, then I'll begin. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors Podcast, your weekly. What are we? A digest? Digest of what is a digest? I say that every single time, Jason, and I don't actually know what the word digest means. Does it mean like compendium, collection?
Yes, it means like a book or like a. I remember there used to be Reader's Digest, which
Well,
was
there
like a
still is.
magazine. Yeah.
There
Oh, there's
still
still.
is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's still a thing. I think you have to
Okay.
be over 60 to kind of be into
Mm,
it, though. He says,
yes.
being massively ageist. Anyway, Jason's here, folks. And that's it this week, because we're recording on Easter Sunday. So Keith's doing family stuff. Wesley's got to work, and Josh is doing Josh things off in the world in his exciting way. How you doing, Jason? How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been good. This is the highlight.
Hmm. Well, thank you for saying so. My goodness me, if only everyone had a highlight of the week that involved spending an hour and a bit in my company.
The world would be a better place.
The world, the world would be a much better place. So I wasn't sure if we were going to record today, but I'll actually release this one. I know we have our platinum review all recorded, and
Right.
that was going to be episode 201, but I think this will be 201, and I might even do two episodes in 1 week because we've got a few in the bank. Simply because I wanted to talk about the reaction to episode 200 and choose the winner from the sketch giveaway that we did.
Yes.
So, so first of all, let me get up on screen. Sorry, bear with. I'm trying to buy something. Um, Great. I've just done a deal on those. We just talked about this before we started recording. Marvel Platinum. What are you going for? What are you gonna? Because you've gone
It
for a few
changes
now,
every
haven't you?
day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you again, even though we only talked about it last week.
Yeah. I'm definitely. I think I'm going to go for a Blue Surge base set
Oh wow.
from
Okay.
from the blasters.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just look really good to me, and I think it'd be kind of have some kind of a unique base set. Um, and then I definitely want the iconic covers, um the inserts, all the three insert sets eventually. The
Mm.
Super Statistics Platinum Duos, iconic covers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then after that, I don't know. I did buy into a character break for Mole Man that um so anyway,
Did you get
that I
anything?
think well, I bid it on eBay, and I think the break is tomorrow or
Oh,
April 1st. So
okay.
at 4 p.m. So I'll find out then if I get anything. But
Right. Okay.
I really like that card, and I found the post on Instagram of how he did it and photographing it, and it's just a real
Mm.
interesting piece.
Is that Tom Taggart?
Yes.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Yeah. No, I think, well, I've got, if you need it, I've got one Platinum Duo here, and I'm going for the iconic covers rainbow parallel. So I've got a couple
right.
of base ones if you need them. Um, I'll quite happily get them over to you.
Okay.
Just slide into my DMs after we finish recording.
Okay. Yeah, we can chat about it.
Yeah. Right. So, I want to talk about artist Drew L. Um, I think I have a feeling his first name's Andrew. Forgive me if I get that wrong. I'm just going to share my screen so we can ooh and ah a little bit over his gorgeousness, because Drew very, very kindly donated this gorgeous sketch for us to do a giveaway for episode 200. Um, and I mean, look at it. It's great.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
It's so it's for those on audio, or for those watching in black and white. It's an anime 2, I believe that is AP. artist proof, and he's done Venom versus Spidey in chibi style,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Yeah.
flying through the air, and it's just a really cool sketch. It's one of those sketches you look at and it just makes you smile a little bit. Um, so I just want to say thank you, Drew, for that. Um, he's a lovely fella. Um, he's been listening for quite a while, and I did ask if he wanted to come on, but I don't think he's quite ready to yet. I think he's quite happy just doing his thing, and
Okay.
it's not for everyone sitting down and talking talking on
Right.
podcasts. Um, but I might reach out and see if he's okay to do a vocal intro because it'd be great if we could have his vocal intro at the top of the audio version of this episode. Um,
Yes, I agree.
but no, it's cool. So I kind of wanted to give him a plug because he was very kind to donate this. And so you can find him on Instagram at it's at Drew L underscore art. So that's DREWL underscore art. So basically what we said for this to win this sketch, what we said to people is when we release 200, we would like to enter, we would like people to either leave a review on iTunes
Hmm.
or leave a review on the podcast Facebook page. Which, if you're listening to this now, we'd still really like you guys to do those things. Or subscribe and comment on episode 200 on YouTube. So on that last part, boy, did they ever. I mean, we've
Ooh,
got 62
62.
comments. I mean, to be fair, that's doubled because I was replying to
You
everyone.
replied to
Yeah.
everybody.
So we
Okay.
probably had about, I don't know, maybe 30 people comment and do on that. And,
Is that a record?
it might be actually one of the Upper Deck ones had quite a lot. Listen, we're not, we kind of split our audience. Some of them are YouTube people and some of them aren't. I think if
Right.
you do more live streams on YouTube, you get much more, many more subscribers. But unfortunately, that isn't kind of our vibe. I did say that if we got to 700 subscribers, I'd throw in an extra sketch as well from my collection. And we're just shy of it, 697. So when we get to 700, I will do another giveaway
Oh, awesome.
to celebrate that. But for now, this beautiful thing will be about to go to someone. So I'm going to keep people in suspenders for a few more minutes before I select the winners from Wheel of Names.
Oh,
There we
cool.
go.
Look at
See,
all
it's
those names.
it's all ready to go. It's all ready to go there. I just thought we could have a giddy romp through
Yes,
through Drew's Instagram feed because he's got some really cool stuff here. I mean, I love this Ghost Rider,
I do too. That caught
this
my
platinum
eye.
one. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's and it sounds interesting to say. It and I mean this as a compliment. It's kind of it kind of gives me the same feels as Chris Foreman stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
I
hopefully that's
see.
taken as a compliment. But I've just suddenly realised this is an Anime One AP
Okay.
that we're giving away here, because the Anime Two ones have Volume Two
Me
written
too.
on them, as you can see by that gorgeous
Yeah, that's
Art
a good one.
Phoenix. He's really nailed that kind of style on the anime ones. Look at this.
Yes.
Look at this Iron Man. It's
That
Chibi
Iron
Iron
Man
Man.
with I love that with the smoke or whatever that is, or
Mm.
his exhaust behind him.
Yeah. Well, he's
Cool.
kind of his boosters, if you like.
Boosters, yeah.
Um, I really dig it as well. He's got some really cool stuff. The
Oh,
silk.
that's Silk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
silk makes me laugh.
I know somebody that probably would like that
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure for quite a few people. There's
one. Hmm.
there's as well as Jonathan Dunn on the silk collecting. There's another guy I've spotted on one of the discords. He's really collected some gorgeous silk artwork, like APs and stuff. I can't remember his name now. But anyway, I just want to look at Magneto. He's
Oh,
doing.
that's awesome.
I think that's got such a sense of humor. Someone's commented here, you understood the assignment. So it's Magneto, and he's kind of I'm not sure what he's doing. Is he trying to open the fridge, close the fridge, put something on the fridge? It's just really
It
cool.
looks like maybe he's trying to. He's putting the magnet on the fridge. I'm
He
not
might be,
sure.
yeah. Yes, he's magnetized something to stick something to the fridge. And look,
Yeah.
if you see the note, it's got an X on it, so it's clearly for Charles.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I really like that. It's cool. So he's had some fun with it. Look at this one. I love the background on
Oh,
that.
that's yeah.
Is that another Phoenix? Yeah, another Dark Phoenix.
Another Dark Phoenix. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, seriously, go and check out his Instagram feed. There's some banging stuff on there. The
Oh, that.
Hobgoblin,
Yes, love it.
that's fun.
Anytime you can do some Hobgoblin, that's
Mm. Someone's commented, I'm not a fan of chibi and anime, but this is an exception. Amazing work. And yeah, I'm the same. I'm not a fan of chibi style at all, but when they're this fun, I can kind of
right.
get amongst it a little bit. I mean, I probably wouldn't collect any. Look at that Wolverine, that chibi Wolverine. Look at the muscles in him. He managed to get the muscles.
He's
Um,
got a like an action figure look to him.
yeah, it reminds me of a Lego minifig
Yeah.
a little bit. It's kind of got that
Little.
styling going on. But and then we've got some other sets here. We've got some annual stuff. He's done a black cat. Look,
Yeah. There's Black Cat.
there's black cat
Ooh.
swinging through the skies on a Premiere AP. I like that perspective. I'm a sucker for perspective and city done in
Yes.
in that kind of
I
style.
re Yeah, and it looks like she's fleeing from the scene of crime,
Oh, she's got a
perhaps.
bag of loot. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, but the next one, look at that
Oh,
four card puzzle.
I love it.
And some 2021-2022 Marvel Annual Upper Deck 4 panel achievement. Is that Spidey? And that's Juggernaut, yeah?
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. See, this is one where you would have to give, I know they don't do this with the 4 panel achievements that, they're one thing when you get them. Um,
Okay.
but I say in the olden days, I sound like such an old fart. You would sometimes have puzzles split into separate things. And of course, if you got just say the lower left one of those four just on its own, you'd be like, what is this?
Yeah.
But no, that's really cool. I love it.
That's just yeah, I love that. Just Juggernaut's just power, and then the Spidey's just there
There's quite a lot of
hanging out.
kinetic movement as well with the bricks and
Yeah.
things or concrete. Um, no, it's good. I like it. I like the fact that Spidey's waving to you as well.
Yeah, it's just a classic Spidey.
Mm.
Because I mean, everybody thinks with Spidey, I mean, and it's rightfully so, great power, great
Yeah,
responsibility,
yeah, yeah.
Uncle Ben. But Spider-Man's funny as heck. And like,
Yeah,
I mean, just that's part of his fighting style is
yeah,
just constant talking. And
yeah.
that's what made me become a fan of him when I was reading the comics was just, I was
Mm.
laughing all
His
the time.
wisecracks. Yeah.
His wisecracks. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Right. Let me just let's have a look at a few more and then we're going to pick the winner. Um I see you do the classic Spidey like that. That's so
Yeah.
good. So good. Look at his ribs. He's done that well. Yeah, that's nice. That's a Marvel Allure AP. Um and oh, hang on a minute.
There's
Ben Riley. There's
Wesley.
one for Wesley. Wesley, you're here in spirit, if not actually in person. Well, you're not here in person. You wouldn't be here in person either, but you know what I mean.
Right.
What I really like is you're seeing other artists from the
Mm-hmm.
sets commenting and complimenting each other. It's really cool. I love the support they give each other. Um, and let's have a look at one more. What we got here? Who's that?
Oh, that's a nihilist.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, look at that Modog. I want to look at this Modog. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's digital. He's done that.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got time. I got a lot of time from Modoc.
I
Uh,
like that. Well, ooh. So I like the Silver Surfer Galactus and I like that Silk.
right. We'll look at those two. That is a battle booklet from
Right.
Marvel Annual 2021. Sorry, 21-22. No, I dig it. I
I
dig
like
it.
it.
and then the other one is the silk. Oh, that's good.
That is
You'd be
good.
happy if you pulled that, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd be very happy. Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
Marvel
That's
21,
awesome.
22. So yeah, so Drew, thank you for your support. It means a lot. And can I just say thank you to everyone who entered and took the time to comment. We did get some absolutely banging reviews. I'll read them. I'll read a couple to you in a moment. But thank you to everyone. So here are all the winners. Uh, sorry, all the entrants rather. I mean, you're all winners in my eyes, but you
Right.
know, because they're being part of it. I've just suddenly realised that someone's on there twice. Let me just take apologies. Some people, I put this together from all the comments on YouTube, the 4 iTunes reviews we got. Sorry, no, the
Right.
4 Facebook page reviews we've got, and the 1 um, iTunes review we got. And in some cases, a couple of people chose to do more than one of them. So you only get one entry each because it wasn't all this, all that kind of thing.
Right.
So we have here 32 entries. We've got Spidey Hits on there. We've got Eugene on there. We've got Ben Berry on there. We've got Derper, Matthew Orton on there. Amanda, Graded Gamer. Roll with them. Derek Wolo. Yeah, loads. And loads of people whose handles I don't know on YouTube. So these could be
Okay.
people that we know, but I don't know what their YouTube handles. So anyway, let's click to spin. Jason, are you ready to do drum roll stuff for me?
Uh,
Come on, you can do it.
that's
That's
terrible.
terrible. That's terrible. I don't think it's recording the sound from the screen share, but it makes one. Who's going to win this? It is at Jay's Plays on YouTube.
All right.
So I've no idea
Congratulate.
who at Jay's Plays is in real life. But it's probably like Jim from the group or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, at Jay's Place, thank you so much for checking in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. I will hook you up with Drew L, who has the card, and he'll be mailing it to you. I'm covering all the shipping, and happy days. I will do another sketch giveaway. It won't be Drew L doing it. I've got some sketches here. I'll give away one of my black cats probably. When we get to 700 subscribers on YouTube, and at the moment, as we record right now, on 697. So, who knows? Who knows when that'll be? Gorgeous. Right. So I wanted to talk. I'm going to stop sharing screen at this point. I'm not going to read out all those lovely Facebook page reviews, even though they're great, because I'm not sure that my ego can stand it. However, I'm going to go back to an email that we received at the podcast email address, the mccpod@gmail.com, folks. So, and we had an email from a guy called Ben in Surrey. Now that's UK. Let me just find him on Messenger because he's also then subsequently messaged me with follow-up stuff. But he basically sent sent us a load of questions and just introduced himself. So I kind of promised him. I said, "Look, those are really cool things. Let's talk about it on the podcast. Rather than me just sending a boring reply, being
Right.
quite cool." So let's go in. So hi, Ian. Firstly, please excuse a long email. I'm not sharing screen while I'm doing this. I'm just going to read it out. Please excuse a long email. I'm a mid-40-year-old Brit with kids, mortgage, and a fairly patient wife. I hear you there. I love Marvel, and like you, I share it with my 13-year-old daughter who loves X-Men, smooth-talking Cajun in particular. I have a whole load of action figures, but running out of space. I more recently looked into Marvel cards and watched a whole bunch of the older podcasts last year. I particularly appreciated the Brit ones and also set retrospectives. We need those back again, please. Yes, yes, yes. Jason, we need to do some old set retrospectives.
Yes, we do.
So let's put our heads together. There's a couple I kind of wouldn't mind digging into. It's always tempted to go for the masterpieces ones. because those are, because I've offloaded a lot of my full sets. But anyway, we'll go into them. In fact, I might do one in a couple of weeks' time for the Spider-Man art cards from 2002. Have you heard of
Oh
those?
no, I'm not.
They're
Oh,
pretty
oh.
cool. They're the acetate
Anyway.
ones.
Oh yeah, she showed me.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah. They're
yes.
beautiful. So yeah, so we're definitely going to do those. We're definitely going to do those. I first got the Masterpieces 2007 foil set you like, and the two foil sets to go with it. He's got a good taste, this man. And I love them. Then I went for Masterpieces 2022 Tier 1 and 2 variant set and a few Tier 3 from eBay. Dan Dos Santos, wow. Reminds me I need to post a need list in the Facebook group for What If Emma Frost. So if he hasn't done that yet and anyone's got a What If Emma Frost, hit him up or hit me up and I'll hit him up, or let's stop hitting each other. I grabbed Masterpieces 2016 Tier 1 for 1 to 3 for Christmas. He's got good taste, this guy. And I have the first Women of Marvel set and a couple of older X-Men sets with my new favorite cards, the 9-card foil Seductress Chase set with J. Scott Campbell's Mary Jane and Black Cat. Beautiful. That is a really nice chase set. Have you got those?
No, I do not have. That's from Women of Marvel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I don't have
beautiful.
anything from that set. Yeah.
Mm. They're worth, it's worth just picking up some of the ones, Matt, because there's a really nice crossover with some of those Rittenhouse sets with some of the art that was going on in the books at the
Right.
time. Um, so yeah, we often complain about the reuse of kind of library or stock
Mhm.
comic art on the Upper Deck sets, but a lot of the stuff that was used on the Rittenhouse sets, I've not seen reused like much since.
Okay.
Um, so you can find some really cool stuff and really kind of, it feels quite fresh, even though some of the sets are coming up 15, 20 years old now. Anyway, but I have so many questions. For one, I now have my best cards in top loaders, so me and the kids can play with them and choose our favorites and rank them, etc. Can you recommend a binder for top loaders in the UK? I remember you mentioned one, but can't recall the episode. Um, I won't lie to you, Ben. I can't recommend a binder for them because I don't store them in. I don't store top loaders in binders. Having said that, I did recently buy some of the Ultra Pro. They've got some new pages for top
Mhm.
loaders, and it's you can fit four in, and they'll fit in any kind of standard binder that any other Ultra Pro sleeves would go in. Um, and I bought some of those to put the kind of 30 or so sketches that I'm keeping of my black cats,
Okay.
so that those top loaders can go into my binders that my black cat PC sits in. But I know there are an awful lot of really good top loader binders out there. There's one in particular that I've seen people talking about on group. And I will find the link and I will drop it into the comments if that's okay with you, Ben, because I'm not going to try and find it right now, even though I've saved it on my Facebook. Do you use anything like that, Jason, for your stuff?
I just do the old school binder pages.
Mm,
So there's my
yeah, yeah, yeah,
beginnings
yeah.
and old school binders, and then I anything in top loaders. I just keep in like I've got a couple boxes with my top
Gotcha.
loaders, but I haven't dove quite deep into
Mm,
looking for like a top loader um binder or
yeah.
anything like that yet.
You can get some really good ones that are actually quite big.
Hmm.
That you the pockets are kind of the pages rather are kind of bound into it and they've
Right.
zipped around the outside. And the ones that I have seen, I think go 3 or 4 across, so they're actually oversized.
Okay.
They're kind of more, yeah, they're big. And I've been eyeing up a couple of those. Um, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If I have something I need to put in them, I probably will. And I think you can fit. I'm not sure how thick you can fit into those ones where you buy that have the zip round and the pages already in.
Right.
I did ask someone, and like I said, I do have it saved somewhere, but I've got so many posts saved on Facebook on my phone. Um, But one thing I noticed about the Ultra Pro ones that I bought is that you can go up to 130 point.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can put some thicker stuff. So they would cope with masterpieces, for example, modern masterpieces
Okay.
or Fleer Ultra, things like that. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
always those are always difficult. I've got some of that stuff in binder like traditional pages, and I kind of had to force them in there. So
yeah. Well, the Ultra Pro Platinum are the only binder pages I use
okay.
up until
Okay.
now. Anyway, I'm sure that there'll be some new ones that come out, but those are the ones I've used because they've historically been the easiest ones to get in the UK,
Hmm.
um, and they work really well with that thicker stock. Ultra Pro Silver don't. I can't speak for BCW or any other brands, but the Ultra Pro Silvers just don't quite have the give.
I gotcha. Oh yeah, the
Um,
one I've got right here is an Ultra Pro Platinum.
mm, yeah. So the platinum pretty good, and you can also penny sleeve like the kind of rarer stuff.
Hmm.
As long as you get a sleeve that's not got too much going on either side of the card, it'll fit in really nicely.
Okay.
And it shouldn't wrinkle too much if you get the right ones. So yeah. So there's ways of doing it, Ben. Right. Number two, I'm itching to open a hobby box myself. I see you got a Midnight Suns box. Um, I see Dave and Adams have a European shop, but don't think they sell Marvel. Yes, that's probably because of the license. I was thinking of going for a new Wolverine box, but frustrated. It's $260. Is there something else might be better coming in the future? Well, I guess better. I'm guessing you mean by that by cheaper. Um, unfortunately, that's the way of the world these days. If you're going to go for a Fleer Ultra set, then you're going to be looking about the $200 to $300 mark for a box. But yeah, there are more affordable sets. Um, obviously, things like Marvel Annual. I think Platinum's cheaper per box.
Yeah, Platinum I think is a little less
Yeah.
than the Wolverine. Yeah.
Um, plus, of course, if you can get the blasters of some of these sets as well, that's a much more affordable way of doing it. Because he did follow up and said, he was looking at getting some stuff to open with his daughter. So,
Yeah, I think
um,
blasters would be a good thing with the kids.
yeah. The only thing is, because he's in the UK, he's got the similar issue to me. You've got to either be willing to pay the import tax or have someone in the US that can kind of buy them for you and then ship them
Right.
over. Um, so off the back of this episode, Ben, Ben Marshall from Surrey. If anyone can help Ben out, is willing to help Ben out, then please reach out and I'll connect you guys. Um, because it's tricky. If you order from David, you can order from David Adams from the UK, but they use a courier to ship over, and the courier charges the import fees
Hmm.
because they want to stay on the right side of Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. Um, but they seem to pay a high rate of it. So it's the most tax I've paid to import something of anything,
Oh.
even if I just got something shipped through the regular mail. Um,
Hmm.
so I probably won't do that again myself. Um, but yeah, but there is stuff coming up. Um, so keep an eye out for annual. Obviously, that's a good one to look for. If you want a fun open, that'll be fairly affordable. Um, You've saying for Midnight Suns, I only really want maybe 20 to 30 base cards, Venom, Black Cat, etc. So I was thinking Comsi one day. Never used them, but seems fairly straightforward for base cards. It is, Ben. And they will ship to the UK. I wouldn't let the order get too big. I'd try and ship in small batches if you're going to do that to the
Right.
UK. Um, but yeah, Comsi's brilliant for just picking up if you just want to pick up like individual cards.
Yeah,
Um,
I've used it a lot. It's good for that. And if you wait for a product to drop on EPAC, there tends to be more of inventory on ComC for
yeah.
said product.
Yeah.
Now, the thing with base cards, it depends on if Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns will have a physical base on EPAC.
Mm,
So there may be a little tricky, but you may end up liking whatever the EPAC exclusive
Yeah.
base is too. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, on that note, Ben, I opened a box of Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns. None of the base, apart from Black Cat, are staying with me. So I'll hit you up afterwards and see if there's anything I can help you with. I'll just send them over to you. Question number 3. Would you consider asking the podcast guys? Sorry, Ben, we've only got one of them with us today, but I'm sure Jason will give good value for money for you. To list their 3 favorite sets, maybe one masterpieces and 2 others. I'd love to get a feel for what the 5 of you appreciate most. My next purchase might have to be 2007 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man set. That looks great. Well, while Jason's thinking about his answer, yeah, that Fleer Ultra Spider-Man set in 2017, you will not regret it. It's stunning. I think it's probably. I mean, we've had Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns now. We've had Fleer Ultra Avengers, Fleer Ultra X-Men. I would say of the 4 modern Fleer Ultra sets that have come out so far, Fleer Ultra Spider-Man is probably the best in terms of that. It's consistent, looks good. Um,
yeah,
the artwork comes through. It doesn't get, there's no fancy stuff going on with the card design.
yeah, yeah, it's a good one. I haven't really done much with the others. And I'm biased because Spider-Man's my favorite, but
Yeah, me too.
2017 is I think a favorite among many collectors.
Mm, mm. Well, I think a lot of people have got quite good memories of doing it on EPAC as well.
Yes.
So there's that kind of connective tissue. Um, Back in the day, I mean, it's only 4 years ago. So we were buying it up left, right, and centre and just having a whale of a time foiling things. Um, so favorite sets, Jason, he's asking for 3 favorite sets. I mean, I'm assuming you've got 3 favorite sets.
Yeah, so he's asking for maybe one Marvel masterpiece and 2
Hmm.
others. So I'm gonna say I do have a few favorites, but I think my favorite masterpiece set would probably be 2018 Marvel Masterpiece with 94 and 93 is a close because a lot of people don't really like the night or I don't know, 93 seems to get forgotten. Um,
Mm.
but before I got way back into cards, I bought a box of that and really it's got one of my favorite Spider-Man 2099 images.
Oh, is that the Jisco one?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. But I would say if I had to, and then I really liked the 94 with the Hildebrandt brothers, but I think I really got into 2018 and put a small set together of the what ifs tier 1 and tier
Mm.
2 and I bought a bunch of the purple um what was the parallel, the purple
Oh,
parallel.
Epic Purple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, epic purple of a lot of the Spider-Man villains. So
Nice.
yeah, I really liked the 2018 Marvel Masterpiece, probably my favorite Masterpiece set.
Mm.
The 2 others, I would say 2017 Fleer Ultra Spider-Man. We already
Mhm.
talked about that, but that I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say that was my probably favorite set of all time. Um, and then my other one is going to have to be 1994 Amazing Spider-Man with the Mark
Oh,
Bagley
the Mark
art.
Bagley one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I really I really like that set. And it was just a couple of years ago that I discovered that there was things in it that I had no clue at the time when I was
Mm.
collecting it. Like I didn't know there was a couple different of the gold sets. I didn't know about the suspended animation. I didn't know about the holograms.
Mm.
Um, so anyway, I want to go back and chase that. But yeah, that was a big one in my younger younger years.
Mm.
I will say that Platinum is in the running to be a
Wow.
favorite set of mine. I really like it. Um, and then 2018-19 Marvel Annual, because it was kind of my first EPAC dive. Those are my honorable mentions.
Well, I've got to say, I mean, it's almost like we compared notes beforehand, which we genuinely didn't. So I'm going to go. See, I've always been a very strong advocate of Masterpieces 2007 because it's the one that got me started. It's my OG.
Hmm.
I'm torn here because the one that I'm really, really enjoying at the moment is 2018. So I'm going to say masterpieces 2018 and 2007. I'm going to be very cheeky and say both. And
Okay.
Ben, if you don't like it, then um, but I love them both for different reasons. 2018 was the one that came out after setting up both the groups, especially MMC.
Mhm.
I think it means a lot because I've met a lot of people who I now consider
Right.
friends as a result of that set and a result of the group kind of flourishing around that release. So, it has very personal connectivity. And I think this is an interesting thing with sets is that there is an undeniably subjective element based on your personal experience of how that set came into your life and what you
Right.
did. So I would say Marvel Annual 2018-19. I'm the same. I remember having so much fun with that set on EPAC back in the day, playing Pack Wars,
Hmm.
um, just having fun with the purples and the blues and chasing after those golds to redeem for the reds. And it's like, and uh, I'm not gonna lie and say that some of the artwork was bonkers in it because it was all reused comic art, and I probably don't know a third of the characters that are in there because I don't really
Right.
read many modern Marvel books, but they nailed it in terms of the design, the foiling, the layout of the card. Um, it was just everything kind of worked about that set. You kind of got a feeling that 2016 Marvel Annual, 2017 Marvel Annual, they were kind of just having a little play around. It feels like they absolutely nailed it with 2018-19, and then went off into a completely different direction whatsoever since then, which is a bit frustrating
Yes.
actually, because they dropped all the foil from the base set,
I
which is
know.
one of the things that made 2018, 2019 so special. Foiling is gorgeous.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
and some of the artwork choices in it are brilliant. So 2018-19 Marvel Annual. Um, I would probably have, yeah, that Bagley Amazing Spider-Man set is definitely up there. Um, as is Fleer Ultra Spider-Man.
mhm.
Um, but I'm gonna have to go because we've not mentioned an MCU set. I'm gonna have to go Marvel Black Diamond
Okay, yeah.
because I just think there's it's an ultra premium set. It's like $400 for 5 cards or whatever it was. I can't remember now.
Right.
I think it was slightly cheaper when it first came out. I mean, it's about 350 on ePack. Um, and but it is just where they nailed it. It's not utterly perfect. There are some weak spots to it. I think the polish patches are weak at best. But I get what they were trying to do. The polish patch autos are pretty cool. The diamond
Hmm.
plate autos don't work at all for me.
Yeah, I have one
Um,
of those.
yeah, they're just disappointing. But where they land it, the Triskelion autos, the diamond relics, so the costume cards in the set, the exquisite insert, the base cards themselves are beautiful. The red parallel of the base cards are just uh um and then you've got all the other stuff like the gemography and the other type
Right,
diamond
right.
relics cards with actual lab created diamonds in. So it's not for the faint of heart, um, but it is delicious. If you're going to go in for MCU sets of any stripe, I'd also give an honourable mention to the End Game set that came out because Upper Deck did this wonderful thing where it was acetate and cardboard mixed
Okay.
in the base card design, and it was just
Hmm.
gorgeous. And it's that film. I mean, it's Endgame, you know.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I don't have any of the base, but I do have they had an insert set in game that's real was a real pretty insert set that was like the movie posters, the
yeah,
remember or avenge the
Avenge the
fallen.
Fallen. That's it. Yeah,
Yes. That's a really nice, it's like a 10 card
yeah,
insert set, but it's a real nice
they're lovely.
nice
Black.
set.
They're,
Yeah.
they're the black movie posters with the
Yes.
actor's image on them, in kind of black and white, and they're just lovely. No, they're really nice. They're really nice. And of course, if you've been around long enough, everyone's got a bit of a sweet spot for the Doctor Strange set on EPAC.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, um, and as a set, no great shakes, I don't think. I mean, it's got some nice elements to it, but it was cheap as chips, and it was on there for years. And it used to be it used to be available in the daily free e-cards. Yeah, that you get daily free pack
Right.
rather. Sorry, so you used to get a free digital card every day, and
Hmm.
you get enough of those, you can combo them. And there's a video somewhere on this channel, I think, of Norrin and I got all. I think you needed 20 of each of the 50 base, so you were up at 1,000 digital cards,
Yes.
and then you comboed them. So I did that, and it's on a YouTube video. I think it took like 13 minutes to run or something crazy like that when you hit the combine button.
Yeah, and
Um,
there was two levels of combining on those base cards
yeah,
too. Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot that it was 20 for to get a silver.
It was
And
20 to get a silver, yeah. And
and
then of course
then
that's just the base 1 to 50, and then you've got the character cards and the movie poster
right.
cards, which is 51 to 60, which are even tougher to get.
Yes. Yep, I did a full base silver set of including
Mm.
the character
Oh, nice.
cards, which
Nice.
very nice. And then yeah, and then I did a full rainbow of one of the rainbowed with all the parallels of one of the cards in
Mm,
that set,
mm,
and
mm.
that was a fun chase.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they are. And I don't think I ever made it to do the full silver of the cards 51 to 60. I think I was still a few short. And at that point, I just kind of ran out of gas. Just sold it all. Um, anyway, back to Ben. So Ben, we will ask that question of the other guys when they're back on. Um, Final question for now. Half to if you had a UK specific chat group at all on Facebook. Um, you know what? We don't, but I will set one up. I'll put one on Messenger with all the guys and just see who's up for it. So yeah. Now Ben has thrown a joke in at the end here. So I hope you're all sitting down wherever you're listening to this. A joke, as you like them. Two fish swimming down a stream. One swims into a brick wall. The other says, "Damn." It's weak, but what do you expect from a middle-aged Englishman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me a follow-up question. Um, oh yes, he's got the swimsuit and embrace cards on the way from Women of Marvel in the
Okay.
US. So that's a good pickup. Yeah, those embrace ones are nice. Um, so yeah, so I think he's still having issues getting stuff over. So listen, guys, if anyone can help out Ben with stuff to wing over. If you don't mind doing that. I mean, I know there are people, yeah, I've got someone who helps me out, but I can't kind of volunteer someone because it's got to be someone in America who's willing to do it. Um, and I know that Carl Varney has someone in the States who helps him out. So if anyone is listening who's willing to help out Ben, um, then please drop me a note. Drop me a note. Um, and apart from that, you had your ComSeed delivery finally,
I
didn't you?
did.
I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this, but is it all kind of to hand, or is it in your
Yes.
closet of dreams?
Nope. I've actually brought it with
I
me.
want to see
Just
some of the good stuff. Give me some of the highlights. Let's give our viewers and listeners some of the highlights because
okay.
you've been waiting
So
for this for a few. ComSeed seems to be getting a bit slow again, beginning of
they
this year.
yeah, this was the January 2nd. I think I placed my order, and it arrived
Wow.
on Friday.
Okay. I've seen a lot of
So
people complaining about it. I mean, I don't think it's quite as bad as COVID, but I'm not sure what's happened there. But they've
right.
really kind of seized up a bit over the past 3 months.
So basically, I've got the highlights here. Nothing. I mean, no
Okay.
super bangers. This is the achievement card for the tier one base for the Across the Spider Verse weekly.
Okay.
So you got this nice
Nice.
gold foil
Oh, wow.
spider.
That's gold. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a nice
or
card.
it's yeah, I like it. It's pretty neat.
That's
So
cool. Yeah, we have talked about those before because they released those mini movie sets, didn't they?
right,
So they had a
yeah,
set that was coming out at the time.
and so I've got card one, two, and three that was kind of the tier or the base set, and then they had SPs and SSPs. Uh, and those were able to be physical and ship. Look, I mean, it took a while, but got those to me. But this one, the achievement card kind of set, for a while, and then it finally became
Mm.
physical and I could ship it. So it's reunited with the rest. Um, I got most of my rainbow card or my cards from Marvel Beginnings for my Madam Hydra rainbow.
Oh, let's see some of those because I haven't got many of those in hands yet.
And so this is well, let's go in steps. So if you combine 10 digital base, you got a purple.
Right.
And
Let's
so
get
the
let's get some shine on that. Just want to see. Yeah, I can see the foiling in the background. Okay,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
this is the purple. I like it. Um, I like it, but you did 10 purples. You got a white
Rainbow
rainbow
Beyond.
beyond. Yeah.
Now that's lovely. That kind of reminds me of the iconic covers rainbow foiling. Wow.
So,
Okay.
and it was right next to like the rainbow foil card. And so
Oh, okay.
that's the rainbow foil, but the beyond has like a hat, like a rainbow,
It's
like a
got patterned,
pattern.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
So
Do they say on the back what they are?
they do.
Good. Okay.
They do. White rainbow beyond rainbow. Yeah.
Hats off to you,
So
Upper Deck, for that.
that helps. Yeah. Um and then I think, people have seen the red, blue, black um base of those cards, but
Yeah.
I do have I bought a red supernova, but that one's still on ComC
That's
for
the
Madam
blaster
Hydra. But
exclusive. Yeah. Mm.
those are one of the best insert
Mm.
parallels.
They are nice.
But I did get the blue Cosmic Cube
Oh, wow. Okay.
out of 99. Um, they had crazy names. Orange Rainbow Bridge
Okay. Yeah,
out
that
of
reminds me a little bit of some of the Allure ones. Yeah. Okay.
yeah 199, and then I actually like the pattern on these green. This is out of 61 green Mirror World.
Mirror World. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of got that Ripley thing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
I'm sometimes critical of the upper deck green stuff, but this is actually pretty
That's
cool.
nice.
So, and I did some random Madam Hydra cards because I guess why not? So this is the achievement from Shield,
Mm.
the Agents of
Nice.
Shield.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I kind of liked they did the comic art
They did.
with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. And then this is from Captain America.
Oh, nice.
Captain America said. I think there's a foil parallel of this as well,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
and I guess last but not least, I got a couple. Oh, here's one that Wesley kindly gave me.
Oh, Marvel annual patches. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
beautiful. They are.
I have one already, but why not have more? And then I think I'm gonna try to rainbow Stingray for whatever reason.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so I had bought the base.
Yeah.
Is that the
That's so
base
this is anime volume 2. Yeah.
to the base and the thatched foil.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then I picked up yesterday on ComC the color spiral
Okay.
and the um Mega
Mega Moon.
Moon.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
So
color
really
spirals, the EPAC
just need to
combined, wasn't it?
find the auto, and then I'll be done with that.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
Very good.
So that's yeah, and I bought some more Stingray cards because I was drinking that night and thought, oh, because I like his costume, and his introduction was he was in the 60s was to basically he got hired to build a suit and go kick the crap out of Neymar. So I'm like, okay, that's
Fair enough.
cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. We're always up
I
for
think
people
he's
kicking
friends
the
with
crap out.
Neymar now, which is
Oh, is
unfortunate.
he?
But
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear about that. What have I got that I can show you? Sorry, is that the highlights of
oh,
your show and tell?
I
Because I've
got
got some
one
cool stuff.
more. This was an eBay purchase. This is a Prism
Oh,
sticker. Had never
right.
seen this before, and I'm not familiar with the stickers in
I think
general,
that's a
but
vending machine one.
it's a vending machine one.
Hmm.
But anyway, it's Spider-Man 2099, and it's that
Just go up.
You just
Mm.
go, yeah, masterpieces
Wow,
deal.
that's
So
lovely.
yeah, it's pretty cool. All right.
Very nice.
What have you got?
What have I got? What have I got? Well, you see, I didn't do a spotlight on the screen because I figured there's only two of us on the screen, so it doesn't really matter. This popped in a little while ago actually, and it's in a. I've kind of got it in two different card savers because it's an oversized card. I need to figure out what I can store it in. But this is gorgeous. There was a tarot set came out last year.
Okay.
I think you might have seen it being bandied around. I'm having trouble getting the card out. There we go. That's the back of it.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like it.
It's got a black cat. It's absolutely stunning.
Queen of Coins.
Yeah.
I
It's
like it.
the artwork is just phenomenal.
That is.
Look at that. Now the artist is on Instagram. I can't remember her name. She did the whole set basically. Um, but yeah, it's just lovely artwork. It's really nice.
That is that. Yeah, that is. I don't think I've seen that particular one before.
Mm.
That's awesome.
I
I
need to
like it.
figure out how I'm going to store it because it's
Yeah,
larger than a trading card. Um,
that is cool.
it's yeah, it's a really, really,
Now,
really
was there an
nice piece.
older set of those tarot cards?
Well, there was an Italian tarot card
Okay.
set that you'll often see people posting.
Yes, I've seen that.
Um,
Yeah.
and that one gets a lot of kind of, I was going to say airplay, but that's actually not a bad word because it's talked about a lot and they're shown a lot because people do grade them. I mean, Cat's not in that. The Doctor Strange from that one is phenomenal. And there's some other ones as well.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not gonna.
think the night I think I like the Nightcrawler one from that.
Yes, yeah, there's some really good ones. Got some really cool autos in. So I got my Richard E. Grant as older
Oh,
Loki.
that's
Had
a
to
good
do
one.
that. His Sig is
Absolutely.
slightly off the sticker at the edge, but I don't care because I got it in the UK for a really good price. So
And
um,
he's kind of had a little bit of a resurgence lately with
he
Loki, Star
has
Wars, Saltburn.
Saltburn, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He has stepped back into it. His wife unfortunately passed about
Mm,
5 years ago, so I think he maybe had to take some time out
right.
while I think she was poorly for a while, and obviously since
Okay.
she's passed, he's thrown himself back into things. I mean, I'm making assumptions here. I haven't read
Right.
any interviews with him and stuff like that. And then I've got this from the Hawkeye set. This is a Maya
Okay.
Lopez's Echo inscription, and it's a holiday season signature. So it's actually kind of an acetate. It's kind
Oh,
of like a film
that's
cell crossed with an auto,
I like it.
and it's numbered out of 100. Um,
Excellent.
but yeah, you turn
Yeah,
it
that
around and
is
you can
cool.
kind of see through it, and it's just lovely. But it's all acetate,
Hmm.
the whole thing. So
I
my
like
camera
it.
is so
I
rubbish.
like that they leaned into the Christmas
Yeah, I really
theme.
do as well. I really do as well. So this is lovely. I need to get some more one touches because I do keep my MCU autos in one touches, but I've got a queue waiting. Um, however, I had a slightly larger. Oh, let me just. There we go. The sound of a card being tapped in. Um, I did have something that arrived this week that I would quite confidently say is a Grail piece.
Okay.
And you may have seen me showing this off actually, but I just want to talk about it, even though it's not a Marvel card, because quite frankly, I can. This is, I've been after one of these for a while now. It's from one of the Rittenhouse Bond sets. It's an actual playing card piece
Oh,
from Casino
yes.
Royale embedded in the card.
Oh,
So
that's
it's a relic
yeah.
card. And it is just, it's just lovely.
Playing card from the movie. Awesome.
And yeah, they've done a really good job with it with these. All of the playing card relics, um, they've used the section of card with the logo on.
Okay.
So it's not like you can get one that's kind of, just got some of the pattern or anything like that. They're all
Right.
pretty much identical.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not sure. I think there's only a couple of hundred of these out there. They're not numbered. Um, but yeah, they go for 200-300 bucks depending on where you get them. But I've been after one of these for a while, and then one popped up in the UK at a good price just as I sold some stuff, and I was like, okay, I've got the money in PayPal. I'm just going to put myself out of my misery
Yeah,
and grab it.
we've talked about those Rittenhouse bond cards before, and
Mm.
you've told me about just the relics on those. Like, 'cause there's a poker chip one as
Yeah, I've got the
well.
poker chip from this one.
Yeah,
There's a poker chip from some of the other movies as well. Um,
yeah,
sorry,
because
my
yeah,
on-touch
because
still
I'm
playing.
just used to the Marvel with the like the fabric um
Yeah,
relics, and
yeah.
then when you told me about that, I'm like, holy crap, I need some of that stuff.
Yeah, no, the Rittenhouse stuff. There's some really good ones. There's a it's not in here. It's in the other room. There's a really good card from this same set that's Vesper Lynd's business card. So Eva Green's character,
Okay,
and on that one, because the business card is obviously a certain size and shape, depending on which relic card you got, some of them you got her name and her job title. Others you got the address or the phone and fax number. Do you see what I
right,
mean? So it just
yeah,
depended. Some of them you got the HM Treasury kind of logo on.
okay,
So they do vary um, massively. I can't remember what mine's got on it. I think it's got bottom of her name and the kind of bit with the address details on. Um,
okay.
but yeah, they are just wonderful cards. I did have something else. I can't find it. I got something else that's absolutely incredibly just more amusing than anything else. Here it is. Here it is. Right. We are going to wrap this week's episode up on the revelation that Ian now owns an autograph card signed on card by Coolio.
Oh, you got one of them. Sweet, sweet.
I mean, he passed away a couple of years ago now. He was only in his
Yes,
early 50s, which makes me a bit scared. Um, but yeah, no, he's passed away. But yeah, the Daredevil. A lot of people disliked this movie. I loved it.
I I
I
was thinking
loved
about that movie yesterday for some reason. It popped in my head, and I want to rewatch it.
it.
But I really liked it when it came out. I
Yeah,
really enjoyed it,
the
and I
Affleck
forgot that they
Daredevil one.
kept hyping up about Coolio, and they
Yeah,
cut his scenes from that
yeah,
movie.
he was barely in it. I mean, there is a director's cut,
Yeah, he's in the
and
director's cut,
yeah,
which I
and
don't think I've seen.
yeah, well, it's fairly. To be honest with you, I think the most of the versions you can buy now are the director's cut. There's also more Kevin Smith character in the director's cut, if I
Uh,
remember correctly. Um, but excuse me, sorry, let me just have a sip. Mm, we'll edit that bit out, maybe. But yeah, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist it. It came up in the UK, and I was like, you know what, I'm having that. Um, I've got a couple of other bits, got a couple of Eternals autos. Um, and yeah, and just having fun, picking up some stuff. Some of the more recent sets from Upper Deck, have clearly people in the UK have been buying them and then selling off
right.
the autos or whatever on eBay UK. So I've managed to pick a few things up. Sometimes it's just as easy to do that because much as I like buying on ComC, I don't get to see the cards for quite a while.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? So I need to
Yeah,
kind of, if I see something local, I'll pick it up just so that I've got something tangible in my hands.
mhm,
Um,
I
but,
got you.
um,
Yeah.
but anyway, cool. All right, buddy. We should probably segue off into the distance and eat lots of chocolate eggs because
That
as
sounds
we
good.
record, it is Easter Sunday. Um, and my daughter was up at stupid o'clock looking for Easter eggs in her house. So I'm probably going to go and have a little snooze right now. Um, but yeah. So thanks, folks. We're over the 200 mark. So let's keep going. 300 is in sight, barely. Um, Jason, do you want to say anything to our listeners and viewers?
Well, happy Easter and enjoy collecting.
Hoppy Easter, hoppy, hop,
Hoppy.
hop, 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 hop. Most excellent work.